Well, good morning, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am. Got a good night's sleep. And I feel good today. I'm wearing my fuzzies because I want to keep warm. I'm trying to keep my heating bill a little bit lower, you know. Man, I can't take the cold at all now that I'm older. I don't know what happened, but something happened. And I'm like, oh, I can't take the cold one bit. So I'm trying to dress warmer, and even that doesn't work sometimes. But anyway, I wanted to make this video, excuse me, because the holidays are coming, and I know that it creates a lot of stress for a lot of people in a lot of ways. And I'm here to tell you that if you need to change up your holiday routine, then you do it. Personally, for me, the last 2 years, I did not do any cooking for Thanksgiving or Christmas. We got takeout the day before, and then just heated it up the next day, and it was wonderful. Well, this year, my son, who's going to come and be with me, he wants a home-cooked meal. And I told him, you know, come early so you can help me make it. And he was like, okay. He's going to drop off a friend at the airport and then come here and we're going to cook. If he wouldn't have offered to help me or agreed to help me, no. Sorry, guys. No. Somebody walks by and they go, no. Stop. Pixie, stop. Sorry, guys. No, get down. Oh, God. Where was I, geez? Oh, if he hadn't have offered to help me, get down. Ooh, Pixie, get down. She's staring at this guy. Come on, get down. Oh. If he wouldn't have offered to help me, I wouldn't have done it. I'd have been like, nope, we'll get takeout the day before and heat it up the next day. Because it's a lot of work. And I've done my share. After being married for 22 years, raising 5 kids, it's like I did my share of holiday cooking. So there's a lot of ways that you can, you know, switch up your holiday routine. If you're sick of cooking, especially as you get older, I'm not thrilled about cooking anymore, especially after making 10 million meals with 5 kids and a husband. I'm not into cooking anymore. I do it, you know, I have to cook for myself, of course, to eat. But like for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that, that can be a heck of a big chore. And it's exhausting. And there are people who will do it no matter how much they dread doing it. They dread it. They dread cooking. Mainly women, let's be honest here. It's mainly the women who do the cooking and the decorating for the holidays. If you're tired of it, talk to your family, your friends, whatever. And maybe you don't want to cook that big meal anymore and you're just tired. It's like, I don't want to spend all day or days before cooking and then the day of cooking. You're exhausted. You're tired of it. I get that. I truly do. And this year, I'm just making a very basic, you know, Thanksgiving dinner. Turkey, sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, some veggies, some Hawaiian dinner rolls, because my son loves those. Just a very basic meal. And then I got a couple of frozen pies, because I love Marie calendars, and he loves the banana cream, so I got a banana cream. And I love the apple pie. I love both of them. But I wanted an apple pie, so I got Marie Callender's apple pie. I love her pies. They're very, very, very good. I used to make apple pies. I'm not doing that anymore. It's a lot of work to make an apple pie. Peeling them all, coring them, cutting them. Just the whole thing. I'm like, no. The only one I don't mind making is a pumpkin pie. That's so simple because I do it with the Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk. It's so quick. Oh, so quick and so delicious. But other than that, I get the frozen pies. They're delicious. Why? Why? I personally am, you know, how can I put it? I don't care if somebody makes a meal or if they have, or if they buy it all. Like for instance, if somebody invited me to a Christmas dinner and they got everything from Costco, because Costco has a lot of good dishes, you know, that you can get, the sides and all that kind of stuff. They have a lot of good things. Everything was from Costco or a grocery store that they're nearby or whatever. I would be just as thrilled. I don't need a meal to be homemade, for it to be something I enjoy and to be around the people as well. You know, that's the thing. And that's the other thing. Let's get to the people. Ooh, excuse me. I just burped on the camera. Anyway, I think back to the days when I had my 5 kids at home. I was married. And getting them all ready for Thanksgiving and dinner to go to my parents' house, it was hard. It was exhausting. It was tiring. And yeah, I of course love to see my parents on Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day. But it was hard, and especially on Christmas Day. Especially on Christmas Day, I remember being married and thinking, I remember talking to my then husband one time saying, God, I wish we could just stay home today. Just relax and be bums in our PJs and let the kids play with all their new stuff. And we just slowly cook dinner together, you know, get everything. Oh, I remember wanting that so badly, but I thought, no, I got to get to my parents. It wouldn't be right. Well, I'm not expecting that of my kids who have kids anymore. We did that for a while, but I could tell they were tired, and then it was a little rushed because then they would come visit me, then they'd go visit the other family, and I remember how exhausting that was, and it kind of took a little bit of the joy out of the day. I'm not expecting that of my kids. So my son, who doesn't have kids, he comes to stay with me. Nathan, he comes to stay with me for the holiday. And like on Christmas, he comes Christmas Eve to spend the night with me so I don't wake up on Christmas alone. And then we spend all Christmas Day together. And we FaceTime with the other family, with my other, you know, my kids and their families. I want my kids to enjoy their Christmas Day. I don't want them to feel like I used to. It was so hard. I remember getting up, getting everybody showered, getting them dressed, getting myself done, you know, getting whatever food that you were going to take, you know, sometimes it was last minute cooking to take it to my parents' house. It was exhausting. Oh my God, it was exhausting. I remember those days. And that was the same for Easter too. I remember doing all of that to get together to go to my parents' home. And there were times I was like, God, I just don't want to do this. I just want to relax and enjoy the day. Well, that's how I want it to be for my kids who have kids, not to go through what I went through. It was exhausting. So it's just my son and I enjoy it thoroughly. I enjoy it very, very much, just having my son. We hang out, we watch stuff on TV, you know, or YouTube videos, or we talk and we eat, you know, we just enjoy it. Because like this coming Christmas, no, I'm not going to be cooking. I refuse to cook on Christmas Day. I'm not doing it anymore. It's too tiring. I'm not going to do it. What I want to do this Christmas Day is I am going to go to Costco and get some goodies to eat. Because they have some really good just side dishes and stuff, you know, that you can buy and what have you. Or even meals. They have little meals and stuff. And they're really good. That's what I'm doing this Christmas. I'm not cooking. I am not going to get up on Christmas Day when I just want to enjoy the day, open the presents my kids have given me, my family have given me, and just relax. Have a lazy morning. That's what it's been the last few Christmases with my son. He sleeps in real late on Christmas Day. So I just get up and relax till he gets up. And then we slowly open our gifts, and you know, I get ready for the day, what have you. It's a slow, easy, calm, peaceful day, and I enjoy that. And I want that for my kids too. So I don't expect them to come over. Like what they do is they come over Christmas Eve. We give each other our gifts. I won't open my gifts till Christmas Day. And I tell them, don't you open your gifts until Christmas Day. You hear me? That's the day I want you to be surprised or whatever. So they come over Christmas Eve. We visit. We exchange our gifts. They take theirs home. I have mine. And then Christmas Day we enjoy the day in our own homes, which I especially want that for my kids, because I do remember how extremely stressful it was for me with my kids and the whole holiday thing. The other thing is gift giving, okay? This year I lucked out. My 5 grandkids, even my 5-year-old, they all want cash. Oh, how wonderful is that, to just get a nice little card, put that cash in there, it's done. But what I do is when I give them cash, I always give them some goodies with it. Like I'll ask my kids what is their favorite, my grandkids, what are their favorite candies or treats that they want. I'll buy a couple of those to go with the cash gift. Just, something like a bag of candy. They like a bag of candy. They like a bag of, Doritos, whatever. Just a big old treat, for a couple of treats for them to go with that gift. I'm not going to be doing all the home, the cooking of cookies and all that stuff. If they want some kind of cookies, I'll go buy them. And why, guys? Because now I'm going to be 70. I'm headed to 70. I'm tired. I've done the cooking thing. I'm burned out with it. I'm just burned out on the whole cooking thing. And this is not for you people who love doing that. If you love doing all that cooking and all that whatever, then enjoy it, and my best wishes to you. But for those of you that are dreading the holidays because of the stress of the gift giving, because of the stress of the cooking, because of the stress of the decorating, because of all that, you need to change it up, because you're ruined. Get down. Get down. Sorry, guys. Get down. Get down. Sorry, my dog got up on the thing. You need to change up your routine, because then you're not enjoying it anymore. You're not enjoying the holiday anymore, and you need to enjoy it too. Not just what you do for everybody else. You need to enjoy those days as well. And so for me personally, I started changing things up a few years ago because I thought, I'm tired. I don't want to be, working myself to death. I remember my mother. Oh, do I remember my mother? Because she had 5 kids too. And, well, my one sister lives in California, so she wasn't around for all the gatherings, but the rest of us were. And I remember seeing my mom look so exhausted on Christmas Day, my dad kind of grumpy, on Thanksgiving, exhausted, kind of grumpy. And it's like, yeah, because it's so much work. We would all bring our own dishes as well. It wasn't just left up to them. We would all bring a dish as well. But, they did the turkey and the ham and the this and that, made the eggnog, made this, made that. And I remember seeing my mom looking so exhausted, not smiling. She wasn't smiling all the time while we were there. She was busy getting everything done. And I thought, no, I don't want that to be my last years, however many I've got left. I don't want that to be the case. I just don't. And, talk to your kids. If you have kids and grandkids and you're used to buying tons of gifts and you're just tired of the shopping or tired of getting online looking for what's best to get them, change it up. Tell them, I'm sorry, I've reached a point where I can't do this anymore. Like I talked to a cousin of mine who said that she just gets everybody gift cards. Well, yeah. Especially when you're older, when your kids are older, or relatives or friends, whoever that are older, they probably most likely got everything they need. So give them a gift card to let them go get what they want. You know what I mean? It's the thought that counts. It's like, okay, I'm going to get you this gift card, and you can even do it online now. I prefer to get the gift card though. I don't like messing with any technology as little as I can. It's just me. But you can do that, and maybe you're financially strapped and you're thinking, how, you know, this is getting so hard with the couples and their kids and this and that. Well, I told my kids this year, I want you to think, like I talked to my daughter and I told her, I want you and your hubby to think of what you would like as a shared gift, okay? I live on a fixed income, right? I admit it, I have to live on a budget. Well, buying separate gifts for all the adults was very expensive, so I thought, you know what? I remember when I was young, and I had a cousin, Nellie, who would bring gifts, and she was a single mom, and she would bring gifts to my parents' house when I still lived there as a kid, and she would bring like a great big thing of oh, I can't think of the name of what it's called. Help me, guys, with the egg whites meringue. She would make the, you know, the meringue, and she would bring a big old thing of that, and that would be her gift to the family. And then she'd sometimes bring a gift for, like one time she brought me a thing of eyeshadow. That's it. It was just a big old thing of eyeshadow, but I was thrilled. I was a teenager. And it was a big old thing full of eyeshadow colors. Very simple, very much used, very much enjoyed. So maybe you can talk to the couples in your life and say, look, you know, either because you can't afford it or you're just tired of looking for individual gifts for everybody. And there are families now who have stopped that completely. I've watched some videos, they have completely stopped gift giving, except for something like making one cake for the family, buying a tray of like mixed nuts and fruits, you know, some kind of a tray of just goodies. Here you go for the whole family, because it does become a lot. The bigger your family, the harder it is. And I remember the neighbors when I was young, and they would, this is mainly when I was a teenager, and the neighbors would bring over something simple, something very simple, literally like a cake, a pie, you know, here for your family for Christmas. They weren't buying for my mom, my dad, and all us kids. I remember those things, and it was a simpler thing, because holidays can cause so much stress financially. It can cause stress emotionally. It can cause stress physically with all that you have to do. Like this Christmas, I didn't decorate outside with lights. I have a huge thing full of lights. I'm not doing it anymore. It's just, my son Nathan comes to always help me. He has always come to help me put all the Christmas lights on, but I help him. I don't just stand there and go, watch Nathan do it. I helped him. I don't want to do it anymore. So last year I didn't put up my Christmas lights outside, and I did not miss it one bit. I just have a little tree. I didn't pull out my big tree last year either, or the year before, I don't think. I have a small one. It's about maybe 4 feet, well, maybe 3.5, 4 feet tall. And I decorate that little tree with some goodies I got, and that's it. And I love it. It's pretty. It still adds the Christmas flair. And I just have 2 of those tubs, you know, that you put your Christmas stuff in. I only have 2 now that I'm going to use. I have 12 others sitting out there besides those 2 that one day I was supposed to go through it this summer to separate it and give it to my kids, but I just didn't have the whatever to do it. One day, I don't know, maybe I'll want to use them again. Maybe one day I'll finally say, enough, I'm going to go through it all, take what you want, the rest goes to whatever. But maybe you're tired of decorating. Like I spoke to my landlord, and he said they got rid of all their Christmas stuff, just got rid of all. They don't do that anymore. Sometimes you just get to the point where you don't want to do it anymore. I just want to do a little bit for Christmas decorating with my 2 tubs, you know, my 2 tubs of decorations. I showed them last year. I showed all that I got last year on one of my videos. I decided to scale down. I thought, no, it's too much work. When you live alone, it's a lot of work to do all that stuff. And I thought, nope, I am not going through 12 containers of Christmas stuff, putting it all up, and then having to take it all down. No, that was no longer fun. I enjoyed it thoroughly while I was married with all my kids at home. Oh my God, how I loved all the decorating and the cooking and all. Yeah, it was fun. I loved it with my kids. I love doing it, and my daughter does the same thing. My son does, Josh does the same thing. They decorate all up for their kids and everything, and that's wonderful. But if you've reached a place in life where you're starting to not enjoy it, then I say stop it. Stop it, don't do it, or switch it up to an easier routine, whatever. But don't let the holidays turn you into this stressed out, oh my God, I gotta do the shopping, I gotta do the cooking, I gotta do the decorating, I gotta get the cards out, I gotta. And you end up just dreading the holidays. And I think that's what's happened to a lot of people. There's so much pressure put on to have this Norman Rockwell Christmas, which is a bunch of BS. They make it look so lovely on the commercials, don't they? Oh yes. Everybody comes out to the table and they're all surrounding it and everybody's smiling and happy as they bring out the turkey and everything's just so wonderful. It's not always that way. There may be some of you out there who have that, but it's a lot of work. And it's not quite as simple and lovely as they make it. And then there's the family fights. Oh, I remember that. I had a sister in particular who wanted to make sure there was a fight at every holiday. And it was very difficult to cope with. My kids remember it all too. Oh yeah, she made it difficult for the holidays. And that happens in a lot of families where there's a lot of fighting. A lot of people don't get along. Maybe you're just tired of coping with all of it. You're just tired of coping with all of it. And maybe if you're married and it's just you and your hubby now because kids are grown and gone, maybe you don't want to deal with all of it. Maybe you just want a nice, quiet, peaceful Christmas day. Talk to your kids. Tell them, come visit me the day before. It's just going to be me and your dad tomorrow. We're going to have a nice dinner and we're just going to relax, whatever, if that's what you like. If you love all of the family coming together and are willing to put up with all of the cooking, cleaning, yeah, forgot the cleaning, cooking, cleaning, decorating, all the stuff that you have to do, if you're okay with that, well then you do it and enjoy it. But this is about people who get really stressed out about it for a lot of reasons. And that's one of them too, is family coming together and some drama starts, right? How many of you have had that happen? Tell me about it. Tell me what your dramas at Christmas or Thanksgiving have been. For me personally, with my kids, I always enjoyed it when they came over. I truly did. But I'm not going to lie that it was very stressful for me. It really was, to make sure I got all the cooking and cleaning and everything done beforehand. And then I have this situation with my back where I've spoken about this before, where I got shingles several years ago, right below my shoulder blade. And so when I'm in a certain position, like cooking or, doing dishes or whatever, when I'm in a certain position for a super long time, I get really bad pains where those nerve endings were damaged, even though it's been many years. And my doctor said, yeah, sometimes they last for life. So, and it's only when I'm in a certain position, bent over. It's really odd. when you're bending over and you're cooking and you're doing whatever and it's a certain position I get into that you have to do your cooking and your whatever, baking, whatever. And after a little while, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I have to run and take aspirin. It hurts. So yeah, so now I know it's easier for my kids, and I want it to continue to be easy for them because I remember the hardships of, like I said, of getting ready to go to grandma's and grandpa's, And for those of you, and I'm saying this because so many people are getting so stressed out about the holidays that they can't enjoy it anymore. And I think that's so sad, especially when it comes to gift giving. I have been in Walmart or Target and I have heard people right around Christmas time. I have heard them, I don't know what to get him. Jesus Christ, he's got everything. Or those kids have a million toys. What should I get him now? I don't know, Or they'll be looking, or I'll hear them talking about, no, that one's too much, that's too expensive. Oh, I'm not spending that much on that. No, it's a lot of stress. And I think we've just lost sight of what Christmas should be, especially for us adults. Children, yes, they still love the whole Santa and getting the Christmas gifts from everybody, what have you. Yes, they do. But this year I was so grateful. I asked my two little grandkids. One is 8 and one is 11. And I asked those two, what do you want for Christmas, a gift or money? And they immediately said, money, Grandma, money. That was Autumn and Alex, money. I was like, great. Well, my daughter has 3 kids. Her son is, her oldest is 15, her next one is 13 or 14, and the next one is 5. Well, even the 5-year-old wants cash, she told me, because he gets really pissed off when he sees his brothers getting cash at Christmas and he doesn't get cash. So all 3 of them are getting cash. You have no idea what stress that took off of me. It was like, oh, thank goodness. Because, you know, when I would shop for gifts, I wanted them to be the perfect gift for that person or that child. And that causes stress, like, oh, you know. And the older I get, the more stress it causes. Yeah, that's part of getting older. And of course, this isn't for everybody, but for those of you that are in that sort of mindset, you understand what I'm talking about. So think about your Christmas routine, guys. Think about what stresses you out. Think about what you truly just don't like doing anymore. Simply don't like. Don't do it for the neighbors. Don't do it for your family. Don't do it whatever. If there's something, especially as an older person, that you are tired of doing and you just don't want to, maybe you don't want to be traveling to some place to be with your kids or to be with family, where you don't want to do all the traveling. It's all stressful. And to me, Christmas Day should be a very relaxed time. Very relaxed time. So think about your routine. Think about what you truly don't like. Think about what you hate about it now. Think about what stresses you out, what tires you out, what exhausts you. Let it go. Or switch it to an easier routine, but you can let things go. You don't have to continue all these whatevers, these routines that have been around for decades and decades and decades. You can change it up to suit you. If you're the one who normally does the whole, you know, dinner thing and all of that, and you're just tired, and maybe you still want your kids to or your family to come over, but you don't want to do the cooking, tell them, I'm done with the cooking. I'm going to be getting everything from Costco or my grocery store. If you want to bring something, fine, you don't have to, but I'm just bringing everything. I'm getting everything at the store. If you still want to have all that gathering, then you can make it more simple to where it's enjoyable. And I wanted to make this video because the time is coming where people are stressing out already. I've already heard it in Target. I already heard a woman saying, I don't know what the hell to get him. That's what she said. And I was like, oh my God, it's already starting. So, yeah, guys, think about your holiday routine, your Thanksgiving and Christmas routine. And if you're not enjoying it, what is the point of it? I mean, seriously, what is the point of it? If you just want a quiet day by yourself, maybe even, to just go do whatever in your own home or apartment or whatever, or you're just a couple and you don't want to deal with all of it, tell your friends, tell your family. It should be a happy day for you. It should be your day and our day too. Here's my Lily, and Pixie, as usual, is over on the couch asleep. But I just reached a point in my life, guys. I'm 69. I don't want the stress of it all. I don't want to be worrying about it all anymore. I don't want to go through the hardships anymore. That's why I stopped the lights and everything outside. I was like, oh God. And then taking down all the lights and everything, decorations. I'm not in it. I might get to where I'll put a string of lights on each window just to add some lights. I might do that because I have those, you know, like icicle ones. I might do that, but that's it. I'm done, guys. Anyway, I got to get going. Time's almost out on my camera. So guys, think about it and make your holidays what you enjoy. Talk to whoever you need to and switch it up a little bit. It can make it a whole lot happier, peaceful, and calmer. Talk to you later, guys. Have a good one.